practice reps, because Sunday's going to be here before you know it.
Got it?
Back on the camera, hot boy, just to
Hut, hut.
sure shot. I got all the intangibles. Need a leash, I'm a piece, I'm an animal. Eat the competition up like a Hannibal. Know the game like I wrote up the manual. I do weekly what you do on the annual.
Here we go.
Unanimous hit dials.
Ready, go.
Battlefield, it's just my warriors. Guaranteed the emerging victorious. Years blessed, wet tears is glorious. I remember when they always ignoring us.
Here we go.
Got it on.
Set.
Smash. Foot on the
Pittsburgh.
gas. I will not crash. They will not. Tempo, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm
Ready.
I do my dance, jump in the stands, no man, man. I'll deal with the hands. Thought he could guard me. I ruin their plans. I do what I want.
Go.
They do what they can. Got it on, smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash. 100 yard dash.
Ready.
100 yard dash. 100 yard dash.
Let's go.
100 yard dash. 100 yard dash. Slip on the team that they owe me. I need a ring and a trophy. I say I'm the best because I am.
Ready.
Nobody keeping it low. I can call
Ready,
me like
go.
a turkey. Or I take you to the train. Shit, we ain't taking no losses. It's all about making the game. I hear a lot of trash talk. He call us
Let's
making
go,
the
let's
game.
go, let's
I put on the game.
Ready.
Ready for letting them stay in the game. See my rounds took a tumble. Next time be humble. I'm the lion in the jungle.
Here we
Trying
go,
not to
here we
fumble.
go.
Rumble, young man, rumble.
Go.
Never slip nor stumble. I take off blue, magic. And watch me zoom through the traffic. Footwork fantastic.
All right, all right. Small steps in the right direction. That's what we've been talking about. And you know what? Today you took a lot of those small steps.
Gas, I will not crash. 100 yard dash. 100 yard dash. 100 yard dash. 100 yard dash. 100 yard dash.
This ain't nothing for the pack. Got 16 sitting in the lag. Whole squad all dressing all black. Every single last one of them got my back. Hey, 20 of us, that's 20 goons in the ice cream whip, triple school. I got 3 strikes, ain't got to lose. When it's all on the line, what you gonna do? Come on, I'm highly favored. Don't wanna blame me. No conversation, ain't got time for no debating. It's for the taking, no hesitation. Don't try my patience. I'ma pour out one for the set, boy, till there's nothing left. Wanna run to the bread until we all got them baguettes. Hear them footsteps coming, cause we coming for the check. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. Long as my dogs, they by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide.
Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is preseason football on EA Sports. On tap is what should be a pretty good matchup between the New York Jets and the New York Giants. I'll see you again at halftime as we preview some of the action coming up on Sunday. But for now, it's Thursday Night Football. And on the call, as always, is Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, we welcome everybody to the Garden State. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. This is the scene just before we came on air. This New York crowd fired up by the arrival of their G-men as they burst from the locker room. They're ready to go as the Giants get set to match up with their rivals and co-tenants here in the building, the New York Jets. Charles Davis alongside me, and I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, folks, the wait is over. Yes, it's just the preseason, but football is back in your living room.
And I'm excited. I know you are as well. The summer heat feels good on these old bones, especially because we're not putting out pads. We don't have to be out there in that heat running into other people. But I'm glad these guys are. Football is back.
throws us the Giants kicker ready to go, and here we go from MetLife Stadium. It's a short kick taken out beyond the 20. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Darnold from the gun. Caught here by Griffin. 5 yards on the game's first play, 2nd down. Offensive starters time. Electric is certainly a word that comes to mind when you talk about Le'Veon Bell.
Love the way that he reshaped his body coming out of college. A bigger, thicker runner while he was at Michigan State. Lost weight, became more of a whippet in the NFL, and now no one can tackle the guy, whether he's running it or catching it.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Bell. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Darnold will throw it on 3rd and 1. And unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a 1st down. Instead, it's 4th. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Now Edwards to kick as he sends it away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back. So here are the Giants under 2nd-year coach Pat Shurmur. And here's a look at their leader, standing 6'4".
It's pretty much become the norm when we see guys come out before a game and go through the route tree with their receivers. I thought it was exciting for us to see the exact same thing happen in practice.
He's so meticulous, isn't he?
He really is, and that tells me it's not just a one-time-a-week thing. They work on it all the time, trying to hone that fine edge. They want to see if they can get in sync and stay in sync in this one.
A lot of people thinking that this could be a good year for Sterling Shepard to step out of the shadows of Odell Beckham Jr. But a season ago, pretty good for Sterling Shepard. 66 receptions, 872 yards, and now hoping for a 1,000-yard campaign in 2019. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off by Trumaine Johnson. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. The Jets offense ready to go in this battle in New York. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you go make a play on the football.
Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down. Dexter Lawrence brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
New York set to take the field. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit and put some points on the board on this one.
A nice-looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Open target here, Darius Slayton. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Golden Tate, his intended receiver, and it's 3rd and short. And we take a look now at the New York offense.
And we focus on maybe the ultimate home run hitter in the NFL today, and that's running back Saquon Barkley, because teams come into every game with the idea that they want to limit his production and especially his big play ability. But how many times did we watch him in his rookie year where he would be limited throughout the game, and then all of a sudden there he goes out the back door, 50, 60, 70 yards. He's a lot of fun to watch unless you're trying to defend him.
The tight end, Rhett Ellison, with it. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. First down, Giants on a pickup of 14. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's the former number 2 pick, the Pro Bowler Saquon Barkley. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
2nd and 6. That's complete to Slayton. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley taking it in as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
And Brad, I think we have to look back at the big call to go for it on 4th down.
Yeah, that set up everything, and the end result, the short touchdown run. Correct me if I'm wrong, I don't think every coach would have gone for it back there.
You and I both know every coach would not have gone for it back there, so that's showing a little bit of faith, actually showing a lot of faith in his team, and it was rewarded.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Should have been picked. Probably doesn't matter on a 2-point conversion, but still, as a former DB, you want to grab that ball when you can, don't you?
You certainly do, and don't say it, because I know you're thinking it. Don't say it.
What am I thinking?
You know what I know what you're thinking. Well, if he'd had hands, he'd be playing on offense, right?
That's true. You've said that before. So they went for 2 and failed. They didn't use him on the PAT, but now he boots this one away with a 6-0 lead. It's a short kick, taken at the 15. And he's going to be taken down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 6-0 our score after 1. The Jets offense ready to go in this battle in New York. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all. And let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice. So they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
Now a run. This is Bilal Powell. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
They'll run it here. This is Buck Allen. And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. A first carry for the Clemson man, Wayne Gallman. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
And all the way down to the 29. A big play there for the Giants. 49 yards on the ground. I know it's just the preseason, but a lot of guys out here trying to prove something. I think he just opened some eyes with that carry.
And every year during the preseason, don't we see guys emerge that we didn't hear about before or hadn't counted on that go on to have excellent seasons and careers?
First down for the Giants as they pick up 12. Gallman will run it. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Off play action. Jones. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Cody Latimer, the intended receiver. But now it'll be 3rd down. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Now Jones. Off the play fake. That's complete to Gallman. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this week. And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. Scott Simonson there to make the grab. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass, and sometimes
you throw, what, a touchdown strike?
There you go. That's my man, in concert.
And this is complete. It's Allen. And he is not going to get in there. He stops short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is. And as he approaches to kick it off, he might be thinking this could be a 14-0 lead with a couple of PATs as he sends this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now look at Quincy Enunwa and the rest of the offense heading back out. A chance maybe here for them to get him more involved. They're down here on the scoreboard, and he's been very quiet.
And the silence has been deafening for his team. They don't need that at all. They need fireworks. They need explosive plays. They need him touching the football in any way possible. Maybe go to some jet sweeps. Anything to get him going.
Something to get him the ball. We'll see if they can do it. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Leonard Williams, the former number 6 overall pick, got the sack that time.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you're doing a big way, and what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. The run on 3rd and long, so I guess waving the white flag a little bit.
Yeah, and I think sometimes teams are so committed to running the football that they'll take a chance, even in a long yardage situation, to let them know on the other side, this is what we're going to be about today. In this case, they didn't get a first down, but if you're thinking along with them, hey, they might be committed to running it all game long.
Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. And they have had success on the ground, really as a team, doing well carrying the football. So maybe a little less pressure on his shoulders as the quarterback.
Any pressure he's carrying right now, that's self-inflicted, right? He's taking it on. He doesn't need to. Continue to do what you just said. Let everyone else carry the football. That's been effective. Don't have to worry about him throwing the ball in all the situations now. That's got to be a good feeling if he just relaxes and lets it keep coming to him.
Yeah, and relax and enjoy the 2nd quarter lead right now. So we have reached boy, a rough crowd. No football for 6 months already. We're skipping halftime. All right, let's get right back to the action. We're set for quarter 3. Probably not likely to see many starters in the 2nd half as we get back at it underway in this preseason opener. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Now out come the Giants. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the 2nd half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the 2nd half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. First down, Giants on a pickup of 14. Throwing on first down, Jones. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable. Usually an excellent target and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Here's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Now we've got a Giant player here slow to get up after that last play. Definitely the last thing you want to see here in a preseason game. We'll be right back. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10. Down at the 33. Throwing Jones. He'll get that complete to Simonson, the tight end. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. He'll get 15 and a Giants first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. It's a gain of 7, and it'll be a 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jones. And Ingram's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Evan Ingram there to make the grab. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, the 2nd half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the 2nd half.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. And now once again, they'll line up to go for 2. Jones now. From the gun, he'll throw. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
They start the drive with a give to Powell. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. A loss of 2 there, second down.
But if these guys are going to chomp into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They go again with Powell. Takes this to the 27, give him 4 yards.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. Another drive comes and goes, still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. You got to keep pounding away.
This is taken at the 23. A good return there, 17 yards. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. He has been consistent, hasn't he? He played well in the first quarter, good second quarter, and now continuing that here in the 3rd.
And that's the word that they're always seeking from the guy taking the snaps, is consistency. Taking care of the ball, making sure it gets to the right people, no errors, right? Not turning it over, and just doing all the right things. That's leadership, and it inspires confidence in a team.
Yeah, been a good leadership and a good distributor. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Jones operating from the gun toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. The intended receiver there, Allen, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. It's caught. Shepard. The 20, 10, for touchdown, Giants. Russell Shepard, 59 yards. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead.
And remember, partner, that's a rookie quarterback back there. Apparently, he's getting the hang of this NFL thing pretty quickly.
Had 3 touchdown passes. You're right, he looks comfortable. What are they doing? Anything in particular?
Well, they keep talking about making sure they're giving him plays that fit his talents and also maybe shrinking the playbook a little bit. They did tell us that. Bottom line, he's really good.
Aldrick Rosas on for the extra point. And they open the lead up now to 25 points. Scoring summary, 3-play drive, and it was finished off by a touchdown by the New York Giants. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Now the Jet offense about to take over as they head out onto the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Simeon incomplete on first. Here's 2nd and 10 now. This is the running back, Powell. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. They'll run again. Again, it's Powell. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the 1st down at the 29. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought the punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. He's played well. Good first half. He's continued that here in the 3rd quarter. But my question, when you're a head coach, what do you look at stat line-wise for your coach? Do you go right to turnovers?
You really do. As much as coaches don't want to talk about that, that's where it starts. When I played in college, our first rule for every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. And that's kind of how they judge you. Do you take care of the ball, not turn it over, keep it in the proper hands, and give your team a chance to win?
Well, that's what he's done here in this one so far. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Gallman. 20. All the way in. Touchdown, New York. Wayne Gallman, 47 yards, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Rosas true blue on the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And the last play, a really nice run that culminated in the touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now out come the Jets. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline, because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that. We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. B.J. Hill. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Welcome back now here in East Rutherford. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. And he'll complete this one to Barrios. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball, because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
The great blocking nearly sprung him there. 28-yard return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The other New York offense getting ready for their next drive. With this lead and the football, things obviously looking good, but maybe, you've taught me this before, maybe this is where the defense is hoping that the offense... And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Wayne Gallman ready for the regular season with his second touchdown of the game as his guys continue to pour it on. So another score there. Often you talk about the three phases of the game: defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a fourth phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the fourth quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This one taken from the 7. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Now the Jets offense about set to take over as they head onto the field. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Simeon incomplete on first. Here's 2nd and 10 now. Simeon. And that is incomplete here. He was looking for Quincy Enunwa that time, and it's 3rd down. The Jets on 3rd down, as bad as you can be. 0 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. They go draw here. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. And the Giants ready to come out now. Well, this ball game certainly has gotten a little out of hand. This is normally when they say you got to fill. This is fill time for guys like you and I. But yeah, to be frank, just a dominating performance. Really impressive what we've seen.
It is, and I'm glad that you went in that direction because otherwise we're going to have to talk about the museum tour we took yesterday.
Which was also impressive.
Which was also very impressive. But this game, how they've done it, offense, defense, special teams, they've put it all together. And I got to tell you, I am beyond impressed by what I've seen from this team.
Now a quick slant as the throw's complete. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Jones, he's got a man. It's Corey Coleman.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Jones. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on 2nd down. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. That's caught by Penny. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
This is Gallman. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Here's Gallman. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
He's got the first down inside the 10, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
There's no doubt in my mind.
And do you hear that? Do you hear the...
It's not scales, right? I don't hear scales. Do I actually hear a tune being warbled?
I think the fat lady's humming.
Yeah, she's doing more than humming. She's belting it out right now.
She's full bore.
Yeah, this thing is flat out finished.
Here we go now as they will again try for 2.
Let's go,
From the gun, Jones. And boy, talk about adding insult to injury. He's into the end zone to tack on 2 more. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Let's go.
The Jets offense ready to go in this Battle of New York. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Use that as ammo going forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it because
you're not going to want that feeling. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them into the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. This will be fielded at the 6. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Jets offense ready to go in this Battle of New York. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now. And if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments in this one. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A Jet first down, 18 big yards that time. And by the end of last year, Herndon had solidified himself as the primary tight end for New York. Overall, second leading receiver in 2018 on the team behind Robbie Anderson. In fact, his 39 catches. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what are you doing when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or two.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
It's in the fourth quarter down in Miami, and really pouring it on now are the Falcons. Matt Ryan, a touchdown pass to help lead the way. This one fielded at the 5. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Jets offense ready to go in this Battle of New York. They are down big. They have not scored a single point. I don't know. Are they so defeated at this point you just want to get in the locker room and get the heck out of here?
That is one way to approach it. Sometimes coaches say, that's it, okay? It hasn't worked all game. There's no sense in doing something now. Let's get out of here. No one gets hurt. But others will look at it and say, we still have an opportunity to do something.
On the line.
Exactly. You have pride on the line, execution as you look forward and get ready for your next game. And a message to your team. We're not going to quit. No matter what the battle is, we're going to finish this thing out.
22 yards there, a first down. So a victory here for the men in blue, the New York Giants. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, up a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA.
How many of y'all came to win?
Oh, they asking my name, huh?
You ready?
S-T-R-O. I ain't come to play.
Once you're ready, go ahead and select Advance Week to get to your next game.
I can't spend the day with you. I'm out of my business. I ain't getting paid with you. My color bright. I ain't finna fade with you. Man, I gotta come clean like I made with you. I've been on my everybody drop when I drop. Look at shorty, she support ride. Lifting up, never not on my grind. New York City time. Another brother better, you will never find. I've been in my bag like groceries. Competition shouldn't take shots, take notes, please. Reporting live from the winning side. Ready to try, keep a different vibe. Is you down the ride, never tired. You will never know, you ain't never tried. Work it out, hit the gym, hit the field. Hey yo, I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard, on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah, beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
What I do? Lace up my shoes, chase W's. Great colored coops. Oh no, I can't be number 2. MVP the league most valuable. They sweet as apple juice. Talking trophies, I didn't grab the few. Can't match this attitude. I wear my heart on my sleeve, please. I move like the wind, can't catch this breeze, freeze. Stop you in your tracks, there's not no preseason. We seeking W's like Tupac used to throw up. Forget it, might as well forfeit. Your team shouldn't even show up. What you wanna be when you grow up? They used to ask me. Naturally, I chose an athlete. Competition never matched me. We ain't go together like camouflage and polka dots.
Guys, we all watched the film from yesterday, and I hope everyone knows it wasn't good enough. Today's practice has got to be great. You want to win a ball game, take advantage of your practice reps, because Sunday's going to be here before you know it.
Here we go.
Chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard, on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do?
Okay, ready?
Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah, beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
Here we go. Set. Ready? Ready. Set.
Ladies and gentlemen.
All right, this is it. The gold standard. We are going for gold.
All right. Small steps in the right direction. That's what we've been talking about. And you know what? Today you took a lot of those small steps. I'm proud of you. Keep it up.
So hot, you'll see where all the sun rays went. Legs, arms, and head, all being moved in a frenzy. The blends be all the right cred. it's time to get it lit. We got it hot like fever.
Sick with the talk, pass to your receiver.
All about running the spot.
And you know we got breath control, so no need to take a breather.
Cardio kingpin.
Subjugate the dub play.
And you know we can't wait to bring spins.
A-star quizzes, A+ the final.
Vocals we align, we'll move it all
Simultaneously over joints and rock.
We earn
30 years so you can say we got
3 turns.
live off the board, unlike you and your chess man.
We install doubt in you and your yes men.
And if the game had veins, we'll insert
Upheaval the ground.
cause the adrenaline we blend with the sound is our thing.
Relieving the kings of all
So are
crown.
you ready? Are you set? Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go.
Keep it steady. To the letter, right? Turn it up, y'all. Beat the flow.
But can you rock it like rocket
What
fuel?
you talking about? Space out your mind.
But can you rock it like rockets,
That's a
fool?
close encounter of what kind?
Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go.
Turn it up, y'all. Beat the flow.
Are you ready? Set? Jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go.
Keep it steady. To the letter, right? Turn it up. We giving the show.
But can you rock it like rocket
What you
fuel?
talking about? Space out your mind.
But can you rock it like rockets,
That's a
fool?
close encounter of what kind?
But can you rock it like rocket fuel?
Y'all already know what time it is, huh? Playing skills, you did. Ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, hole on the wrist, watch out flip, watch out whip, I'm in the whip, hole on the wrist.
Hey, everybody, it's the coach. This is preseason football on EA Sports. Coming up next, we've got what should be a good one between the monsters of the Midway, the Chicago Bears, and the New York Giants. With that, let's get up to MetLife Stadium in New Jersey. Standing by for the call, here are Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
And thank you, Coach. We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. This the scene just before we came on air. This New York crowd fired up by the arrival of their G-men as they burst from the locker room. They're ready to go as the Giants get set to match up with the Chicago Bears. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis, happy to be back alongside you. And I'll tell you what, yes, it's just week 2 of the preseason, but now they've got one game under their belts. And a lot of guys trying to prove some stuff down on the field here today.
Not only that, these coaches like to win. And I used to think it really didn't matter who won in the preseason. Then I watched some of those shows that the NFL does, and you see the coaches in preseason after a loss jumping all over their guys. So I learned one valuable lesson. Wins and losses count no matter what time of year it is.
Aldrick Rosas, the Giants kicker, ready to go. And here we go from MetLife Stadium. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Bears offense heading out, led by Mitchell Trubisky, a Pro Bowler last year in 2018. And, of course, the number 2 overall pick in the draft back in 2017. On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. Out to his left. Fights off the defender. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he'll take this down to the 40-yard line. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Partner, it's often the man coverage is easier for a quarterback to run against. You get your receivers going downfield. Those guys are staying with them, and oftentimes they have their back to the quarterback, which opens up a lot of space and room, and they don't even know that he's taking off with it. What a big-time pickup on that play.
This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. 36 yards on the play. All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. What does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does because your thought process all during the week is how you're going to get after that offense and make your plays. And when they make one against you, it makes you a little bit hesitant.
Time to regroup. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. Now it's Trubisky. He's got it. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A touchdown-saving tackle there. Now it's 3rd and goal. Looking to cash in on this opening drive. Here's 3rd and goal. Trubisky to throw again. And this is caught for a touchdown. Now hold everything here. Flag in the backfield. This one might be coming back. So reverse the celebration. We'll see if they have something else in their bag of tricks.
And isn't that always tough to watch when they score and you see the excitement, and then when they realize those points aren't going to count? Can they get it back together and find their way back to the end zone?
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. You know, during these preseason games, we're in week 2 right now, it's always funny looking at our spot charts up here in the booth because with all the guys that might play in this one, it seems to get bigger and bigger each year.
Yeah, we pretty much supersize them, don't we? Because, you know, remember, they're carrying 90 now. And with the new rules, they'll carry 90 all the way through the preseason before they make the final cut. Oh, yeah, a lot of guys to learn for these games.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. Looking to throw again, Trubisky. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, 2nd down. A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Again, it's Trubisky. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Dexter Lawrence in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man. Can this defense get the stop on the opening drive? Here's 3rd and goal. From the gun, it's Trubisky. Gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Able to hold him to just 2 yards, and now it's 4th and goal.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked.
So the next time we leave one of those coaches' meetings and we're walking out in the hall and you're like, how come we spend so much time talking about special teams?
Here you go. This is why.
This is why, right? And then look, I'm right there with you. We hear it every time we meet with coaches, but it is a big part of it. And look at how early in the game this occurs. They block a kick, and not only does it set a tone, it sends a message for the rest of the game.
Yeah, so much for our first points of the game. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. 2nd and 13. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. A healthy Evan Ingram, that could be a great elixir for New York this year. A season ago, he only played in 11 games because of the injuries, 35 catches, which was a dip down from 2 seasons ago when Ingram caught 64 passes. Here's a quick hitch route, and the throw complete. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he's going to get it all the way down to the 10-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 51 yards. Now, we know this offense has the potential to strike quickly, and they just bit off 2 huge plays on back-to-back snaps.
So on the other side of the ball, you've got to go band of brothers thought process. No one left behind. No pointing fingers. No accusations. Because if you don't...
And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Rhett Ellison there to make the grab as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Walking into the stadium, we saw a ton of people donning.
After review of the play,
they had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for, and this touchdown will count. And now a 2-point conversion attempt forthcoming. Again, he'll drop to throw. Flushed out right. This is caught. Was he in? Yes. 2 points. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
Then he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. The last time they had a little bit of a special teams breakdown, that field goal was blocked.
Yeah, and everything has to be precise in the kicking game. Snap, hold, kick. Obviously, the blocking to keep people out. So what you really want to do is get in there and get 6 points and take the pressure off of those guys.
1 quarter down, 8-0 the score. On 2nd and 11 now. Trubisky, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Dayon Buchanan leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
After that sack we just saw, Trubisky and the Bears deal with a 3rd and long. Now Trubisky on 3rd and long. And the throw there going to be incomplete. As we thought they might do here in week 2 of the preseason, they've left their starting quarterback out there for this 2nd quarter. But I would imagine we will not see him after halftime.
Yeah, this is the time of year you've got to get your backup some reps and make sure you protect your starting quarterback.
On the return, it's Tate. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field. And coming up on their 2nd drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent...
Golden Tate's gonna go! Touchdown, Giants! Golden Tate, 51 yards. And the Giants strike quickly here for 6 points. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
The Giant offense going to stay on the field as they'll go for 2. They'll try and throw for him. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. Well, split the difference, and they're right where they would have been with 2 PATs. They got the 2-point conversion the first time. They failed there.
Interesting, isn't it? Because the first time you go after your first score, that feels like a gamble. The second time when they tried it again, that felt like, what the heck, right? Because, as you said, even if you miss it, you split the difference, and you're right on schedule at 14 points.
Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. From the shotgun is Trubisky. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Trubisky. He's got Burton here. The defense loves to hang their hat on that, don't they? You get a guy that catches the ball, but you stop him for no gain.
Without a doubt, because they're also used to trying to catch people after the catch, and they miss. And that turns into what? A huge play. We've seen it so many times. In this case, though, catch was made, put down right on the spot. So now here in the 2nd week of the preseason, you'd expect the starters play a little bit more than they did in week 1, but not a whole lot.
So if you're an offensive coordinator, what are you looking for?
What you're looking for is things getting cleaned up as you go along, because most of your playbook's probably installed. How well are they handling it? Easy in and out of the huddle? No mental mistakes? Are they starting to look like a good offensive football team?
Here's a look at Golden Tate as he heads back onto the field now. He's up over 100 yards, has the touchdown. He's a big-time receiver in this league, so the question becomes, how do you limit him going forward?
Well, you know the guys trying to cover him, they haven't had a whole lot of success thus far, and while they will still accept the challenge, maybe you have to change your focus. You have to get after the quarterback a little bit, disrupt his timing, because right now it feels like pitch and catch. Make sure he's not able to have clear sight lines to him, and maybe that'll slow him down.
And this is not the guy you want to let play pitch and catch. That one goes for 30 yards. Oh, he didn't spike it. He faked it. He's going to take a shot for the end zone, and nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete. Even though he's a 4th rounder, I think he might have a chance to play and prove that, hey, I could have been taken higher in that draft.
And we've seen so many times now, guys who go lower in the draft, undrafted free agents that become big-time players, Pro Bowl players, so you never know. 4th-round pick has a chance to be a really good player.
And you take a look at this draft class from a season ago, really it grades out as a pretty darn good class.
So you have to give a lot of credit to the entire scouting organization. General manager, personnel department, college scouts, it all came together. They evaluated it very well and got a nice payoff.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Finds his tight end Ingram. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 12-yard line.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. Well, that's something we saw over and over again in Barkley's rookie season. He had 91 catches last year, most ever by a rookie running back. Part of a fantastic rookie campaign that saw him go over 2,000 total yards. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. Two minutes to play, 1st half. It's 14-0. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
And Ingram's got it. Touchdown, Giants. It's a 6-yard touchdown pass, and the Giants are able to add on to their lead. It took a pretty big risk right there, going for it on 4th down. But, hey, not only did they get the 1st down, forget about that, they got in the end zone.
Yeah, because normally you're just thinking, can I get enough yardage to get it past the sticks and pick up a 1st down? Instead, they go for the end zone and get it done with no margin for error. Remember, 4th down, they went for it.
And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. So they go with a pass there on the two-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their two-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have two-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Pressure comes, and Trubisky goes down. Marcus Golden, too much to handle that time, gets the sack. Another try after the first down sack. Trubisky, he'll find Miller. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. On third down, Trubisky. Open man, there is Patterson, complete. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Trubisky. He completes this into the hands of Miller. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Trubisky will come up here 1st and 10, and he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. And this is Gabriel on the catch. A gain of 6 there on first.
Many teams, as soon as they spot man defense, if they haven't called a hitch, they'll get to it as fast as they can. They want to put the ball in the hands of one of their best playmakers and hope that he can break a tackle on the outside and go for big yardage.
This is caught, and he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. From 13 yards out, as they are now on the board here in the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played.
Let's go.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Wide open receiver, complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Evan Ingram, as the first half is winding down, and the Giants are able to add on to their lead.
So whatever happened to rookie quarterbacks taking time to adjust to life in the NFL? Because this guy looks like he's been doing it for about, 7 years? 4 touchdown passes? That's not something rookies are supposed to be doing with the ease in which he's doing it.
The Giants will again come to the line here and try for 2. They'll look to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Well, they tried to get 2 and ended up getting none because the quarterback had nowhere to go with the ball and ends up getting sacked.
Nowhere to go at all. Great job, though, defensively. They were ready.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. You want the third quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. Expect to see a good number of backups going forward as we are back and underway here in preseason week 2. Fielded about a yard deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
To throw again on second down. Jones fighting his safety valve here. That's complete. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver.
It's caught inside the 25. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Cody Latimer, 70 yards. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You could see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And, boy, it was pretty.
Aldrick Rosas on for the extra point. It's up and good, and they're in control now, 35-7. The drive there only spanning 3 plays, and it was polished off by a Giants touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. Fairly short kick, taken at the 14 here. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10.
Under pressure, and down goes Daniel. Leonard Williams. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. Third and long. It's Daniel. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And this is taken into the end zone. A fumble recovery and a Giants touchdown. It gives some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and, boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever.
And he's got it. They add on more. A little salt in the wound. 2-point conversion makes this lead even bigger. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And that last possession, really a gut punch. You seemingly had it working. You were in the midst of a very strong drive. Then suddenly the fumble, and you're watching the back of a defender's jersey as he brings it all the way in the other direction.
There's not much more I can add to that. I thought you summarized it perfectly, partner. You've just got to regroup and start putting another drive together. That's all you can do.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play. And that's going to make it 3rd down and 10. They fake the give. Daniel. And that will be incomplete.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. This will be fielded at the 17. So possession goes over here on the punt. The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. The last time out, another touchdown, and I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the roads
true.
will be fairly clear
by the
time we have to leave the booth.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Here's Jones. Going to throw again. Open receiver, that's Caden Smith, the tight end. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players. Somehow came back to football. That's real.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
You better be ready.
After the interception, here's Daniel. Able to find Shaheen here. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. On 2nd down, Montgomery. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Here's Daniel, and that is incomplete.
We're into the 2nd half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. This is taken around the 12. Fighting him off. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. The Giants offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
He's going to let this one go for Latimer. It's caught inside the 25. Big gains in succession. Last one was over 20. This one over 30.
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire game. No pass rush, a lot of passes completed. Been an easy day for them.
They go play action here on 1st down. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked out and incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Jones, off play action. And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. Rhett Ellison, ready for the regular season with his second touchdown of the game, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Solid response that time by a young quarterback. Last drive interception, this drive the touchdown pass.
I like how you described it, solid, because you don't get extra kudos for bouncing back if you're going to be a big-time quarterback. You're supposed to do that. But at the same time, when you're a rookie, that's not guaranteed, is it? Sometimes they hang their heads and they go in the tank a little bit. Not in this case. Bounced back, took his team downfield, and threw a touchdown pass.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This one taken from the 7. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this third quarter. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. A first down throw for Daniel. And he gets this one to Ridley complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears first down. Daniel now 4 of 6 since taking over, and he's got a first down. Now Montgomery, he's got it on the draw. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it. Those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Mike 29. All day, baby, all day.
From the 38, Daniel got a man. It's Patterson complete. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Daniel now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's first and 10. Here's Daniel. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears first down. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
That's right, baby. They don't want
Once again, Daniel. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Kareem Martin in there to get him. That is the 6th time that they have sacked him tonight. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Well, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Leonard Williams able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Now Daniel, and this is going to be incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. The New York set to take the field. The outcome of this one, well, we know who's going to win it. It's just all window dressing at this point. Got me thinking, what's the biggest blowout that you've been a part of as a player, broadcaster?
No, I'm not going to go to the player part because when I think blowout...
Because you won every game as a player.
No. I think about being blown out. And no one wants to go back to those memories. But, you know, when I was calling college football, I saw a game that, you know, a team put 70. I actually saw it happen twice. A team put 70 on their opponent. And in the NFL, in the 2017 season, I saw one of those changing of the guard games where a team that hadn't been very good before now was dominating and kicking around a team who had been ruling their division.
And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. He has really settled in throwing the football, and that touchdown here in the fourth quarter gives him a pretty comfortable cushion.
He may be a rookie, but he's playing like fourth quarter And the QBing is easy. How about this guy? Youngster, not worried about anything, just cutting it loose and having fun.
Rosas good with the extra point.
Oh, there you
Will
go.
extend this big lead.
About faster,
The quick strike ability certainly intact there. 2 plays, 80 yards to score it. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Onto the field now come the Bears. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them putting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. To throw is Daniel. And his throw here's incomplete. Adam Shaheen was the intended target, but it's going to be second down. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Daniel. Caught by Montgomery. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Here's Daniel. It's complete. Javon Wims, the open man. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Daniel, this one caught by Ridley. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8. Daniel looks to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. But now it's 3rd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw play.
The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
A well-executed 22-yard gain. Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
As an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports.
All right, guys, that's it for today.
With that,
you already know. Have a good day. Stay healthy, stay positive, drink water. You already know. Keep it up. See you later.